The Mefl.
Listen, I'm assuming the position. Unless I'm needed, watch out. I'm going to be chilling right here.
Yeah, bro.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from the middle of the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Now Mahomes. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught, and he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now a 2nd and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now they need 2. Here's 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the 1st. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Paul again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. You talk about this Jets defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
It's Kelsey on the ground. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Chiefs 3.
Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Chiefs at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, look and repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. Strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew
it straight. It's Pacheco. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McDonald. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw out wide is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for it there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On play action, it's Mahomes. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, it's McDonald. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 9. Hamler, the motion man left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can see offensive pass interference called on this play from time to time. The tight end's going to sell that he's going outside. Let the slot receiver come past, and then work himself back to the inside. Sure enough, he's left with some open space, and he picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be caught by Tony. Finding space at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In motion right is Tony. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. McDonald still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Going to look deep here for Pacheco. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Connection made to Ruckert. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 39-yard line.
A give up the middle to Carter. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Moore, the motion man right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. One more time with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Exit 3rd and 8.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Through the middle of the field. Kadarius Toney. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 74 yards. And the Chiefs extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Butker on for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 29, Jets 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run with Hall. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And the Jets, 1st down.
Now Wilson wants a different look. On 1st down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Touchdown! Mefl Hardman, 28 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Mike Edwards picks it off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So will no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again here, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can throttle out and handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.